l'hanno preside dei Ruggeri.
I'm going to be a translator.
Tradurrà. Bene, io sono veramente molto felice di ospitarvi qui a Capurso. Capurso è un comune di 16.000 abitanti a pochi chilometri da Bari.
So I'm very happy to host you here in Capurso. Capurso is a small town with 16,000 inhabitants, not far from Bari, as we experienced today.
Questa è la sala consigliare, il posto dove si svolge il Consiglio Comunale del Comune di Capurso, e nei posti dove ci sono i ragazzi adesso seduti abitualmente ci sono i consiglieri comunali.
Okay, so this is the city council, the whole of the city council, and generally on the seats there are adults, but today, as you can see, we have our students of the students city council.
Bene, la giornata di oggi è, diciamo, per noi, per la città di Capurso, è la giornata dedicata a voi. Il comune di Capurso e, diciamo, in questo caso la nostra nazione, la nostra regione è lieta di ospitare la delegazione della Polonia, la delegazione della Spagna e la delegazione della Croazia.
So this day of this exchange is devoted to the welcoming of the hosts from the municipality of Capurso, and so the mayor says that he is very happy to host the Croatian, the Polish and the Spanish team.
Prima di cominciare il Consiglio Comunale dei Ragazzi, io ho il piacere di scambiarci dei doni e di offrire nel miglior modo possibile l'ospitalità alle vostre delegazioni, e abbiamo pensato, diciamo, un piccolo pensiero che auspichiamo possiate portare nelle vostre nazioni con grande affetto.
So before the work of the Student City Council starts, the mayor would like to share with you some gifts because he wants to welcome you in a good way and in a way that you can remember when you go back to your countries. So I think that it's better that I invite every coordinator for every team just to do this. And if you have to say something, if you want to say something, you're welcome. So I think that I'm going to start. So please let me introduce the assessor of the deputy of the Department of Education in this council, Maria Square, who works with us, of course, because she works on schools, and so she is the assessor who works with us almost every day.
Good evening, buonasera, sono contenta di incontrarvi oggi qui nel Comune di Capurso e di condividere con voi questo momento di interculturalità. Abbiamo adesso un momento di scambio di doni e penso sia un momento importante, perché questi scambi, oltre ad essere scambi linguistici, scambi culturali, sono anche scambi di tradizioni. Infatti noi abbiamo voluto donare dei prodotti tipici proprio del nostro territorio.
Okay, so Maria Squirrel says that she's very happy to have you here, and she would like to share with you the gifts that the municipality has prepared for you, not only as an exchange of multicultural and language, but also of traditions. And in fact, they decided to put the stress on the food tradition, and so you will have some typical products of our region as a gift. So I think that I would like to invite and introduce to you Stoyanka Lesichki, who is the coordinator of this project. She had the main idea that started this project, so please Stoyanka, join us.
I have here some typical products from my town. It's a chocolate.
Come la pronuncia?
La pronuncia mleczna chocolate. And this is a typical product from Croatia also.
It's rather high.
And this is a publication of our project, Small Step for Film, Big One for European Citizenship on Croatian language. And thank you for inviting us here today. I think with this reception you show us that Erasmus Plus project is very important for European citizenship.
Ho capito tutto e ti ringrazio. Thank you very much. Qualcuno che mi aiuta, Mary, per favore? Grazie. Una alla volta.
You have to take your gift.
Okay.
Allora,
Sono dei prodotti tipici salati, dolci.
per la Croazia, uno per...
Sono tre diversi. E allora
Salted and
sono tre perché sono prodotti diversi.
3-4 country.
Thank you very much.
Ok, vai.
So, as usual in alphabetical order, I would like to invite Yolanda for the team. Yolanda Serafin.
Ciao, piacere.
Buonasera. I would like to thank you for such a warm welcome on behalf of my Polish team, my colleague Renata Sambor, and my students. And I would like to thank everyone for arranging this wonderful exchange. And here is some souvenirs from Poland for you. I hope you will enjoy it. These are some Polish sweets. Hope you will like them.
Thank you very much.
And have your coffee already.
Okay.
And Poland, most interesting, most beautiful place in Poland.
Thank you very much. Is this for us? Grazie.
So, and now we have arrived to the S of Spain. Where is it?
Spain.
Yes.
Hi.
Thank you first of all for having us here, for welcoming us. Thank you to everyone in the city. We are having such a nice time here and we are really enjoying, but for the weather, you know. But we can choose that, right? But we are having like a really good time and they are hosting us like we are feeling like at home. So thank you. We are reading something from our region. We are from the center of Spain, La Mancha. So of course you have to read talking about it.
I know.
So we buy here also for you. So yeah.
Grazie.
Thank you very much.
Stoyanka, I would like to speak in English because I think that you all understand, but someone who cannot speak, but you understand. If you want me to translate in Italian, I do. Because before giving them the time to express their ideas about migration, the topic of our exchange, and maybe Maria would like to say something before we start the work. Yeah. Yes. Okay. So before that, I would like to say something about this publication that Stojanka has brought. Ines, please, could you please bring me some of those copies? They are in Italian, so because every country prepared this publication. Just two or three, Ines.
Due o tre, di quelli. Vai.
Una, due, anche una.
Va bene, due.
So this is the printed publication that we prepared in our countries, and it deals with all the workshops that we prepared during this project. This project was not only a project devoted to the filmmaking. As you know, we prepared in our countries 2 short films that we are going to see tomorrow in our festival. But we also worked on some workshops about a lot of topics that we think can build the European citizenship. For instance, we worked on migration, that is the topic of this exchange, but also on gender equality, which was the topic of the Spanish exchange. We worked on internet safety, which was the topic of the Polish exchange, and on civic activism, which was the topic of the Croatian exchange. But we also worked on bullying and cyberbullying, which are topics that are very important in Italy too. We discuss about that almost every day, and I would like to thank my colleague Rossella Tirico of the school Bosco Venisti in Capuzzo for being here and sharing with us this moment. And she knows that we are working a lot in Italy about bullying and cyberbullying. Back then we discussed about environmental questions, and in Capuzzo we are very care of this topic. So we care about the environment, as you can see. But then sometimes some other topics are the discrimination and tolerance. So the idea of an inclusive Europe, an inclusive world. All these topics brought to the preparation of a workshop, and we thought, we all thought that these workshops could be used in other countries, because one of the main task of every European project is to disseminate its results. So in order to disseminate these results, we prepared these workshops in a way that can be reproduced in other schools. And in fact, we reproduced that in Rossella school, but also in the primary school. There are the teachers of the primary school over there, and they experienced the workshop about bullying.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So we make a dissemination of these workshops in our region, but we want that all these workshops can be used in other regions as well. And in fact, we don't have just the printed publication, but this printed publication is just a presentation that as an e-book version, which is on the site of our project. And every workshop has a theoretical introduction, suggests the use of some short film that can be discussed, and then has some tasks that the students can do in order to discuss about this topic. So I think that this booklet can be a small step towards the European citizenship, and this was, I think, the aim of this project from the very beginning. So now, I don't want to steal any time to our students. I will give the word to Maria Squero again, because she's going to introduce what we are going to watching right now.
Grazie, prego. Invidio molto la dirigente Francesca De Ruggeri per la sua qualità per il suo inglese, e purtroppo io non lo mastico nella stessa maniera, quindi parlerò con voi in italiano. E il Consiglio Comunale dei Ragazzi oggi li accoglie, è un Consiglio Comunale monotematico, si parlerà di flussi migratori, un grande argomento anche di grande attualità su tutti i social e anche di interesse politico. E hanno lavorato molto, si sono riuniti in sottogruppi e lavori di commissione e stasera cercheranno di dare una proposta su una possibilità di integrazione di un gruppo di giovani migranti che arrivano a Capurso. Ascolterete dalle loro voci le loro proposte, come il territorio, come il paese, come i giovani si possano organizzare per accogliere un gruppo di giovani migranti.
Now we are going to experience a very special student city council, which is monothematic. It has just one topic, which is migration, as we said before. And the students have been working on this for weeks. They were divided into subgroups, and so they chose a point of view on this topic. Now we are going to listen them to debate about how to welcome immigrant people, refugees in our countries from the perspective of the young people, of the children, of the students. So what can children do in order to welcome people who come to our country, to our town, because they escape from wars or poor conditions.
I ragazzi dialogheranno con voi in lingua inglese, è la lingua che loro studiano nelle scuole e forse troverete qualche criticità di pronuncia, però insomma questo ci sta, sono abbastanza ansiosi ma loro ce la metteranno tutta. Io sarò seduto accanto a loro per poter dirigere un po' gli interventi e vi auguro un buon ascolto, una buona permanenza e una buona serata.
Don't speak Italian, so now we are going to listen them speaking in English, and of course it's not their mother tongue, so please you can understand if there are some problems in pronunciation, but okay, we do as adults too, so be gentle with the children, and okay, so have a nice evening here listening to them debating, and then to our teams have a nice day in Capurso for the rest of the week.
Bene, cominciamo. Io pregherei qualcuno se dia una mano a spostare una sedia, gentilmente.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome in Capurso. I'm Antonio Volpe. I'm the mayor of the town council of the students. Our town council is formed by the students of the two comprehensive institutes in Capurso. We get together to talk about our town problem and try in every way to become our town better. Immigration is a problem that concerns the whole world, but it should concern our city too. The town councillor believe that in the field of hospitality, a valid help can be given by voluntary associations as Caritas, Albatros and Abyss. Their job is to help who is in need. We believe that it is interesting to integrate immigrants into associations to take off them road and give them better life. I thank you and I conclude my speech and give the word to Alessandro Mazzarano.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Alessandro Mazzarano, President of the City Council of the Guys. I'm here to welcome you in our town, Capurso, and in our City Council of the Guys, where we will discuss the migratory flows. I immediately give the word to the Councillor Rita Risola.
Hi everyone, my name is Rita and I am a member of the Students' Town Council. I want to tell you about the organization of my school because in the hypothesis that our school should become a group of boys coming from another country, it would be advisable to inform them about the learning path provided by our school. Lessons are held from Monday to Saturday from 8:15 to 1 p.m. We have a learning path of 30 hours and another of 33 hours, which includes 3 more hours for the musical instrument learning. The subjects that we study are mathematics, French, English, science, art, physical education, Italian, geography, history, music and religion. Our school holds European Community projects such as BON and Erasmus+. Small step for film, a big one for Europe is one example.
Thank you, Councillor Rita Risola. I give the word to the Councillor Angela Di Gioia.
Good afternoon. I'm the Councillor Angela Di Gioia and I'm here to speak about educational institutions in our territory. There are some school rules that have to be respected by students, teachers and parents in the 2 middle schools in Capurso, Savio Montalcini and Gennaro Venisti. The internal guidelines discipline the daily life of both schools, in particular the purchase, the renewal and the preservation of technological and scientific devices, as well as didactic tools, the adaptation to the school calendar, and finally extracurricular and curricular activities through the help of external coaches.
Thank you, Councillor Angela Di Gioia. I give the word to the Councillor Francesca Di Cosola.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome in our town Capurso. I'm Council Member Francesca Di Cosola. Our lovely town is very glad to welcome you here, thanks to the PAT CCR project realized by our Municipality Council Member Maria Squeo. All of us young councilmen are working hard to find possible solutions to facilitate the integrations and inclusions of a group of young people like us in our community. We hope you will enjoy.
Thank you, Councillor Francesca Di Cosola. I give the word to the Councillor Gabriele Barberini.
Good evening. My name is Gabriele Barberini and I am a member of the Student Town Council. We would also like to propose to our friends to take a short walk at fast pace around interspersed with pleasant stops aimed at admiring while listening to a guide the main historical beauties of our town. The walk would start from the Mystery Saint Church, which has always been surrounded by legends and very suggestive folk beliefs. We would proceed with the observation of the water churches, San Francesco and San Giuseppe, and admire Piazza Castello, listening to its history.
Thank you, Councillor Gabriele Barberini. I give the word to the Councillor Raffaele Papavero.
Good evening. My name is Raffaele Papavero and I am a councillor. Then we will go to the magnificent royal basilica called Madonna del Pozzo, and we will descend and stop to appreciate the beauty of the Madonna's epic. The tour would include the municipal park to eat a healthy snack offered by us, an apple and juice. It is a nice excursion at a slow rhythm between the historical and landscape beauties of our town, where sport would be the background to the build of new friends. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Raffaele Papavero. I give the word to the Councillor Luca Ricci.
Hi everyone, my name is Luca Ricci and I'm a member of the Student Town Council. Resuming the mayor's speech with a view to integrating migrants into our school, I think it would certainly be essential to include them in our comprehensive school, both in primary and secondary school classes, in order to start the learning process. It would be advisable for them to improve their knowledge of the Italian language by attending afternoon courses. Subsequently, once the process of integration and learning has been strengthened, the abilities of each of them could be tested in various areas, including the sporting ones, such as the weightlifting, now established in our school. Finally, they could be involved in civic education projects, in order to let them better know our reality.
Thank you, Councillor Luca Ricci. I give the word to the Councillor Francesco De Leonardis.
Good evening. I'm Francesco De Leonardis and I'm a student at Rita Levi Montalcini Middle School and I attend the music class. Therefore, I think that a way to integrate young migrants in our school is to design for them cultural and musical activities to participate in a playful and spontaneous way. I will start by comparing our musical culture to build together a universal language that does not recognize territories or borders in order to build peace. All this will be possible because music arouses positive emotions that promote the construction of an intercultural dialogue, favoring communication and interaction between peoples. Music is the language of the soul. It is an instrument for achieving harmony between cultures more than any other cultural medium.
Thank you, Councillor Francesco De Leonardis. I give the word to the Councillor Massimiliano Di Leo.
Good evening. My name is Massimiliano Di Leo and I am a member of the Students' Town Council. Connecting to what my friend As I already told you, another important topic worth of consideration is the one about culture and popular tradition. In particular, I thought of an African fairy tale to be performed with the foreign students, because the art of acting is amusing and joins. The characters in the fable are a chameleon, a family of giraffes, a family of monkeys, a family of antelopes, of hyenas, and finally a child. The story is about a very old chameleon sitting on a branch of a baobab all day long, where he meets foreign animals, asking him for questions about local animals. I think it might be a good way to welcoming foreign people.
Thank you, Councillor Massimiliano Di Leo. I give the word to the Councillor Marco Barletta.
Good evening to everyone. I am the Teens Councillor Marco Barletta. We talked and discussed a lot about migration, and with reference to what the Mayor said, I think that the immigrants should join and participate in community life and voluntary associations. They should take in voluntary activities. It could them to learn our languages and to socialize.
Thank you, Councillor Marco Barletta. I give the word to the Councillor Alessandro Berardi.
Good evening. I am the Municipal Councillor Alessandro Berardi, and I would like to tell you about the Albatross Association that was born in Capurso in 2010. This could help special kids who could join our community.
Thank you, Councillor Alessandro Berardi. I give the word to the Councillor Francesco Di Gioia.
Good evening to everyone. I'm the Councillor Di Gioia Francesco, and I'd like to speak to you about the hospital of immigrants in our town. The Royal Basilica being equipped with various rooms called Evolve Young Volunteers and Engage, and many activities of integration to teach children the language of our country, or they could involve doctors for the medical care of children. Thank you for the attention, and I hope you'll appreciate my purpose.
Thank you, Councillor Francesco Di Gioia. I give the word to the Councillor Cristian Campagna.
Good evening, everyone. I'm the Teens Councillor Campagna Cristian. With reference to what Francesco Di Gioia said, the church, particularly the oratory, could solve family problems and organize activities for the children to make them feel welcomed.
Thank you, Councillor Cristian Campagna. I give the word to the Councillor Daniele Loiacono.
Good evening to all. I am the Councillor Loiacono Daniele. If the immigrants are in our town, we have a voluntary association which can certainly offer food, clothes and many other comfortable things. This association is the Caritas. It is absolutely active and present in our territory.
Thank you, Councillor Daniele Loiacono. I give the word to the Councillor Nicola Simone.
Good evening. I'm Nicola Simone.
I attend San Giovanni Bosco Elementary School in Capurso. I would like to talk about the association HIVES, thanks to which we can help the ill people and make vaccine in order not to spread illnesses. Thanks for your attention.
Thank you, Councillor Nicola Simone. I give the word to the Councillor Daniele Cosola.
Good evening to everyone. I am the Teens Councillor Daniele Cosola. I set the greets from all the councillor, and at the end of this event I wish you have a good permanent.
Thank you, Councillor Daniele Cosola.
Bene, i ragazzi hanno terminato, hanno fatto le loro proposte, avete avuto modo di ascoltarli e di valutare le loro idee in merito a questo argomento scottante che ci sta accompagnando quotidianamente. Io penso che meritino un grande applauso per
I have to translate. You now have an idea of what City Council of the Students is. They debated about their proposals about how to include immigrants in our town, and they debated a topic which is very central in the political debate as well in Italy.
Grazie di cuore a tutti quanti voi, e io nel ribadirvi il mio benvenuto a Capurso, benvenuto di cuore, che sia per voi una bella permanenza, una bella vacanza, una bella esperienza, a seconda dei punti di vista. Propongo di fare, preside, una foto tutti quanti insieme, perché personalmente io la voglio ricordare come tutti quanti, compreso loro, ci mettiamo tutti qua con i teacher, i vari, insomma, ok. Quindi grazie ancora e facciamo una foto tutti quanti insieme.
Prima di passare alla foto, facciamo passare un registro dove lo mettiamo qui e dobbiamo apporre una firma dove naturalmente lasciamo una testimonianza di questa bellissima giornata interculturale di apertura del nostro paese all'Europa, e quindi ancora una volta benvenuti tra noi.
So now the mayor and the assessor would like to say you once again that they are very happy to have you here in this intercultural exchange. And before leaving this place, we would like two things. The first one is to have a photo all together, the students of the city council, but also the students and the teachers of the Erasmus Plus project. And the second thing that they would like to propose you is to sign this book as a form of witness of this moment together. So teachers and then students of every team can sign and write something that they want. And if you want to say something, just so. And if you want to dedicate something, you can.